friends, foes, anyone in between. I'm Smooth Jazz McDonald, and this is a horribly shitty webcam. I'm here to talk about some of the upcoming Goofball Cup festivities, but I'll let everyone kind of file in here, and I will get my notes set up. All right. This webcam is even worse than I thought it was going to be. Hopefully the audio quality is not as bad as I think it's going to be. Yeah, it's fine. I've already started. Smooth Jazz McDonald on the call. Looks like we got one motherfucker. If I had to guess, that's probably Destry. Good old Remus, man. Kill time for probably another minute or so, and then I'll get into all the announcements. If it was Destry, they fucking left, motherfucker. Bussy. There he is. There he is. Oh. All right, I got Remus here. I mean, this is just going to stay up afterwards, so no issues here or there or anywhere. Smooth Jazz McDonald. Here to announce we've got a lot of changes coming up. We've got a whole new lineup of tournaments. We've got a whole new setup for everything. Goofball Championship Wrestling will be redone. There will be a reenactment of Goofball Fight Club. We're going to have lots more different variety. Nobody is announcing their love for Will Ospreay. Never say anything like that. That's horrible. He's banned from Goofball Cup. Will Ospreay is not allowed here because he's a bitch. Bitch-ass Will Ospreay. Fuck that. He's banned on account of sucking. I'll get into, now that I'm at the 2-minute mark here, I might as well get rambling. I don't even know his team. I don't even like him. I don't care about anything about him. I think he's an ugly chud. I think he sucks. So I've got a couple notes here. Hopefully everything's still running fine. Looks like it is. I've got my notes here. I wanted to start off with, obviously, the first major bulletin on this. And that, of course, being that we will be starting this reboot without a former founder of the Goofball Cup. And this comes, if you'll remember, we had a situation with one Jack Dempsey some time ago, and we had to have him disqualified from Goofball Cup participation because of performance-enhancing milk duds. We thought at the time all milk duds had been taken out of the system. All performance-enhancing milk duds had been removed from the Goofball Cup, from Goofball Championship Wrestling, from everything Goofball related. Alas, we were wrong. The team that had supplied those performance-enhancing milk duds to one Jack Dempsey, the friend formerly Funky, he has been completely removed for giving performance-enhancing milk duds to his team. This also comes in light. The unlicensed Muppet will also not be returning. All important news. But here, we also have a suspension for a participant. Not a manager, not an organization, but a participant. The milk duds obviously spilled over to other teams, other portions of the Goofball Cup. And we have tested the Virgin Mary, and she will be facing a 6-month suspension, 2 separate 90-day suspensions starting on March 1st. And that is 90 days for using those milk duds to win the GBIWA World Heavyweight Championship in Goofball Cup, or Goofball Championship Wrestling, sorry. And another 90-day suspension for the performance-enhancing milk duds used during Goofball Cup 5. So I suppose we'll have to see what happens with the Virgin Mary going forward. This is a huge shakeup here. And Virgin Mary and the friends who were once Funky and a nightmare on a street that Jim Henson has said I'm not allowed to say. So we've now looked at that. That's an important thing. Everything's changing here. We're now down to just the 10 teams remaining, that being My Gonzo World Order, We've got the Strawberry Aliens of One Princess Atlas. After that, there's, of course, the guys, the Uber Goobers. There is Team Zilla. There's going to be Sensei Dilf's Dojo returning. Enchanter Remus's Enchanter's Disciples will return. Billy Ruckus will be here alongside Tori Ruckus and one Rucker Gang. Rucker Gang, of course, being down one Virgin Mary, but we will have a 10-team roster going forward. This leads into the Goofballympics. This is my brainchild. This is what I've spent the last 2-3 weeks trying to figure out how to do. We've done the Goofball Cup, and we've done one big tournament for Goof. Wonderful. No more will that be the case every time. This is 9 tournaments, all culminating in one big event. We will have gold medals, silver medals, bronze, and copper. All those at the end, we will see who the best team is, who has the most valuable medals, who stayed active the most. We've got this all here. I've got all my events figured out right here. Firstly, we've got the round robin barbed wire death match tournament. I believe each team will submit 2 people for that. Yes, two participants each for the round robin barbed wire death match tournament. 4 divisions of 5 wrestlers each. That will be done in one day. After that, we've got the round robin pure wrestling tournament, which you only submit 1 wrestler to. This will all be written down in a press release and sent to every single organization, so no need to be furiously writing notes. The pure wrestling tournament, that's going to be, I believe, 10 rounds of 3 minutes each. KO and submission are the only way to win with a 3-down TKO system. So that's all been figured out here. 2 divisions of 5 wrestlers each. We've got a round-robin tag team tournament where we will each submit a tag team, and they will go on to wrestle the exact same deal. A single-elimination Survivor Series cage tournament. Now, this is what I've called the last Goof standing. We've got elimination Survivor Series rules, but we're also putting it in the Goof Games cage. So, stick around for that. We've got 4 people you'll need to submit for that, that being one of our absolute biggest premier tournaments. The single elimination brawl for all, of course, going back to Goofball Island, our good friend Billy Ruckus has done a wonderful job of keeping the brawl for all around and keeping us afloat and keeping us in the public eye when I am not able to do so. We will each have 3 participants for the brawl for all, and to balance out that 32, 2 Larry Winters will be added to the tournament. After this, round robin Twilight Zone trios. This is what I'm calling the Serling series. We'll all submit 3 participants, and they will all be put into 3 separate trios. We've got so many different teams, so many possibilities, and then you have to root alongside someone that maybe you wouldn't cheer for the rest of the time. Twilight Zone Trios is going to be one of my favorite tournaments that we've had yet. Going back to the Twilight Zone Classic, every Goofball Cup. This is another great tournament and another great way to build camaraderie amongst the Goofs. After that, single elimination barbed wire tag team death match. This is called the Nightman Tag Team Tournament, alongside the round robin regular tag team tournament, which is called the Dayman Tournament. In the Nightman Death Match Tournament here, it is just a single elimination. We all submit a team, and that is it, and that is all. This is it's got a funny little structure, which I'll go over the structure for that and the Survivor Series Last Goof Standing tournament here in a bit. Single elimination landmine death match will have the same deal. 2 Larry Winters being tagged in there. The Great and Groovy Goof Bowl. Now, this is going to be going throughout the entire event. Every show will start with an 8-man Goof Bowl. We will all submit 6 wrestlers, and they will all compete over the course of 9 Goof Bowls. That 9th Goof Bowl, however, is the all 8 winners of the prior Goof Bowl going on to fight in the Goof Bowl, the Great Groovy Goof Bowl. And then after that is our final tournament, that being the Champions Cup. The winner of every tournament competes here in a basic single elimination tournament. Of course, the winner of the barbed wire death, the pure wrestling tournament, the round robin tag, Survivor Series cage, brawl for all, Twilight Zone trios, barbed wire tag team, landmine death, and Goof Bowl will all be randomly seeded into a 16-participant tournament. Now, as just a quick touch on the format for the Last Goof Standing and the Nightman Tag Team Tournament. I've got my big sheet here. Yeah, so there will be buys. Those buys traditionally go to the top ranking team. In Goofball Cup, I'm switching this around. We're going to have the bottom ranked teams receive buys going into these tournaments, and we will have this go as such. There is a buy for the 10th and 9th seed going in the first round. The first seed takes on the 8th seed, 3rd seed, the 6th seed, 4th seed takes on the 5th, 2nd takes on the 7th. After this, we have the 10th seed take on the 1st seed. The 6th and 5th seed receive a bye should they have won, and the 9th and 2nd seed go on. Now we've got just regular matches from then on, the semifinals, and then our finals. Every finals match will have a bronze and copper match to complete the whole tournament. So everyone will be given according placements. Lost my train of thought. But on to the last point, and one of the more important ones that I'd like everyone to try and pitch something to and send me along a couple notices for. We are opening, with the culmination of this season, the Goof Hall of Fame. I have put together a small group of people that I believe have proven to be the absolute pinnacle of goofball entertainment, and I'm looking for a couple more to add alongside them. The 3 that I've given this distinction thus far that will be inducted by me to the Goof Hall of Fame, and that is the Shooter, Kelly Kelly, for her incredible run of matches that continue to be marquee viewing every time she steps into the goofball ring. The Soul Survivor Cheeks for his incredible run in the inaugural Resner Cup and one of the earliest submissions from Ruckus Laboratories to make a run in Goof. And the Captain, Aja Kong, for holding the sole distinction of captaining 2 different Goofball Cup teams, that being the Gonzo World Order and Lesbian Protectors in back-to-back seasons. Anyone else that you believe has proven to be a mainstay in the Goofball Cup, that has proven to be an all-timer, whether it's huge wins, huge losses, or just a general distinction, let me know. Send it my way. After all this, we've got our Goofballympics. What about Goofball Championship Wrestling? With the whole Milk Duds incident, we've had to gut the entire beast, and we will be starting again. Anyone that you want on these teams will be incredibly appreciated, but I've got something here incredibly important. Down from the roster of 10 that you were allowed to have for the last time, it will only be 6, requiring a heavyweight standout, a lightweight standout, a tag team, and 2 utility guys that you want to be able to slot in for trios and in the event of injuries. That is your entire Goofball Championship Wrestling team. You will then be allowed 4 wrestlers for your Goofball Fight Club camp. That being preferably at least 1 heavyweight and at least 1 lightweight, with the other 2 going however you see fit. Leaving you at 10 for your faction for all ongoing shows. Weekly programming intends to be a show of the Sunday Night Goof, the classic premier programming from the Goofball Championship Wrestling. And once we have our BFEs, or big fucking events, as they must be known, because they're not pay-per-view, and I'm not fucking calling them PLEs, the big fucking events will go alongside a big Goofball Fight Club card as well. 10 matches from the Goofball Fight Club, followed by a Goofball, followed by 10 more matches from Goofball Championship Wrestling. And that will be the formula for our big fucking events. And just, of course, 10 matches every week from the Sunday Night Goof from Goofball Championship Wrestling. Leave this open right now. I've got my thoughts all in a row here. It's been about 15 minutes. I'm not sure what else I really need to cover. So if anyone's got anything to ask, I'll leave it open for about a minute here and sit here and sip my coffee. And then if not, I'll just send this video along and then figure out the actual written press release as the day goes on. Hit me with your question there, Remus. I sat here waiting so patiently for a legitimate question, and you're asking me if I've ever looked at a bean and thought if I should stick it up my nose? Every time. Who doesn't want to stick beans up their nose? But with that, I mean, fucking Goofballympics, Goofball Championship Wrestling, Goofball Fight Club, big fucking events. I got it all kind of figured out here. I've got my schedule figured out. Looks like we'll be running Sundays, 4:20 Eastern Time. Oh, sorry, 6:20 Eastern Time for the Sunday Night Goof. It'll be 4:20 Eastern Time for all big fucking events. So that's about all I've really got to say here. I've done my bit. If you have any questions, send them along to Smooth Jazz McDonald or Goofball Wrestling Network, wherever you feel your questions will be best answered. Send them along to me, and I will answer them, and we will get everything going here in the next couple weeks. With the suspensions being active March 1st, everything will start to get rolling come March. Any people you want to see in Goofball Cup, Goofball Championship Wrestling, Goofball Fight Club, you let me know. Send me a list. I don't care if it's one guy. I don't care if it's 200 guys. I'll find them. I'll see what I can do. We'll get them signed to contracts. We'll get them on the show. This has been Smooth Jazz McDonald coming to you all about Goofball Cup, Goofball Championship Wrestling. I am the president of the Goofball International Wrestling Alliance, and I thank you for watching. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for coming down and seeing the next Goofball Cup. See you around the Goofball Olympics, my friends. Take great care. My name is Smooth Jazz McDonald.